Hey, Andrew. Yeah, there's sound. Sorry, I had it muted. Jocelyn was in here giving me a hand with setting the stream up, and I didn't want to have all the technical babble going on the stream. Can you hear me okay? Unfortunately, I am talking to you the moment that I saw your comment. There's probably going to be a good 2-minute delay, if not more. Just give me 1 second. I'll type that in the chat room too. Well, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I've been battling with trying to find a good source of streaming, and I'm again YouTube is cool. It's popular. It's a great way to get people to watch. But previously, I had used Google Hangouts, and it didn't work very well. But this is using my Logitech C910 and Flash Media Live Encoder, which I can tell you is janky. But for now, it's gonna hopefully help me get through. The first time I did one of these live pages or live events, I did not know how to set it up so that you use your own encoder. So I was using the Google encoder, which is tied to Google Live Hangouts, and it's awful for video. It's a complete waste of time. So I looked up how to do it. I missed the checkbox, which is tiny. But this time around, and actually there's another test on my YouTube page. I mean, there's nothing happening. It's just like a 3-minute video of the drawing table with nothing happening. But it's hopefully something that I can continue to do. I wish there was less of a delay. I'm not sure what causes the delay. There's a good minute to minute and a half on Justin TV, but Justin TV has ads, and I'm not so sure of the quality on Justin TV. However, with YouTube, if I continue to use it, I'll be able to stream and record to YouTube at the same time. I'll just have to watch how long I'm streaming, because it often takes me quite a while to do a comic strip. The other issue is that for some reason the way that my camera is set up has not been good for me keeping my head out of the shot. So I'm less impressed with that. How's the color? Is the color still messed up? Because on my camera now it looks pretty messy. Try to reinvigorate it one more time. It's always going to be a little pink. I've kind of come to accept that. That's just the way things look with so much red pencil. Well, yeah, see, like when I was doing Justin TV stuff, granted, Justin TV would keep a copy on their site for like a couple days. It wasn't ideal. I'm not sure if I'm going to want the gutters on these or not. I guess we'll find out. All right. Unfortunately, I think this pencil sharpener is going to blow your eardrums out, so I apologize. Somewhere is my pencil holder. I wish the chat room would beep at me if I got messages, because I hope I don't miss anything. Add a moderator. Oh, Andrew, I'm going to make you a moderator. Why not? Oh, I need a username or something? Yeah, see, like, there's a big chunk, I guess it's probably because of the play bar, which I find annoying. So Google is actually, or YouTube is overlaying the play pause, you know, enlarge stuff over my video, as opposed to under it, which I find incredibly annoying. It means I've got to move. I've got less room at the bottom of the shot. In the butt. And I failed to make you a moderator. I apologize. It wanted a username and I didn't have one. Move this comic up. See? My head is in the shot. And there's nothing I seem to be able to do that fixes that. Well, thanks very much, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the Patreon experience, and I appreciate the support. It's a little slow going, but I am hoping to soon have at least, you know, the 1 day a week paid for that I spend on the comic. It'll be 2 days this week because I'm behind by 1 day because of the flat tire that I had last week. It was a pain in the butt. I am feeling rusty today. Yeah, it's hard to say with Patreon as far as like if it's a very personal thing. I mean, if it adds too much pressure to you as an artist, then that's not a good thing. At the same time, some artists can benefit from having, you know, even just a couple of people paying for it. You know, paying for the strip means that you're less likely to, you know, goof off and do that kind of stuff. The issue that I have with a lot of this crowdsourced stuff for a lot of young or new cartoonists, not to say that everybody's young, is that they tend to look at it as a way, like a quick way to make money, and that just has to not be the mindset. You know, if you're starting a Patreon, then it should be, you know, a long-term goal of eventually having the comic pay for itself. I think it's disappointing for new comic artists that don't see the numbers that they want right away, but I also think part of that is because, you know, they're just not quite aware of what the realistic numbers are, you know, for webcomics. I mean, if you've got a webcomic, well, I mean, hey, we'll use mine for an example. You know, like I get somewhere around 400 to 500 people reading the comic strip every week. You take a look at that and say, okay, if every year, you know, I can convert 1% of that into paying customers, that's 4 or 5 people. So, and that's average. You know, I get a little bit more than that, and that's above average. It certainly doesn't pay my rent or make this my full-time job. So, you know, that's something I think that a lot of people don't consider when they start a Patreon or a Kickstarter or that sort of stuff. Can you still hear me okay, or do I need to speak up? Or possibly move the mic closer? Well, that's really annoying. It looks like in order to have the chat going, I have to have the live stream going too, which is stupid because I don't want to watch my own live stream. So in order to get your live comments, if I'm not watching the video live, I can't see the comments stream by. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows how to stream right. And by nobody, I'm talking about like YouTube, Ustream, Justin TV. That's great, man. I'm glad to hear that you're drawing, Andrew. I mean, comics are fun. That's why I do them. Yeah, I get a funny feeling this is going to look better with the full gutters. Well, maybe there is a way to see comments. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah. It's far from ideal. I'm going to call this a failed experiment. I was able to rough out the comic. Johnson's got a podcast happening in a little while anyway, so I should probably get going. Thanks for stopping by, though, Andrew, and anybody else that is watching. I'm going to have to just kind of focus down and try to find another way to stream and share with you guys. I think despite the higher video quality on YouTube, I prefer the interactivity and ease of use of some of the other services out there. So I'm going to try other things. Stay tuned on Twitter at Joel Duggan to find out when I'm going to stream again and where I'm going to stream again. And don't forget to please stop by patreon.com/JoelDuggan and support the comic. If you like what you've been seeing on StarcrosskedOnline.com, then drop a little tip in the hat, so to speak, using the old value for value model. And I very, very much appreciate it. I'm hoping to do more live content in the future. All of this, of course, takes time to figure out, so bear with me, and see you again soon.